The Geek and I podcast. Please subscribe.
So let's kick it off with The Exorcist. What do you guys know about The Exorcist?
In the true story version, the possessed was a boy, I believe, and I think it was Connecticut, but I could be wrong about the location. And the story that Blatty wrote very closely mirrors what happened. I think it was in the 40s or the early 50s again when it actually took place. Interesting enough, as a Catholic, we had a sanctioned archdiocesan exorcist up until 2008. Not every priest can perform an exorcism. You have to be specially trained. So I'm a little nervous that since 2008, there's been no local exorcist around here.
Well, that's
if we should need one. And I found out the hard way because I was trying to get one exorcism for my kids, and there's a waiting list like you wouldn't believe now. It's so. Thank you. I knew it was coming.
There you
go. That may be the only time that sound effect has been used in conjunction with a conversation about the Exorcist. So,
yeah.
Growing up Catholic too, you know, I heard stories. There was the diocese that was heavily talked about. That was something that's not talked about in public, but behind closed doors, yes, that does exist. Yes, this does happen, but if handled by people that can handle it, because that was the truth. And I'm a firm believer of good versus evil. People being taken over by evil and the level of exorcism that needed to be, that's something that I've never experienced, never seen in person, never heard a first person talk about, but it's very interesting to me. And I still, to this day, that movie, The Exorcist, when I first saw it, freaked me out. To this day, I'll watch it. I still get those goosebumps,
Right.
Especially if you turn the lights out and watch it. Holy cow. You do get creeped out.
But that's why you're supposed to watch it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to watch movies in the dark. Come on.
I start with the lights out, and then with this one, the lights start going on just, here and there. But yeah.
Now, what do you think about the new flick?
I'm going to go see it. I'm already hearing that it's pure crap. But I
heard the opposite, but go ahead.
Again, that's what I heard early on. Now I'm hearing the reviews are terrible. So usually when the reviews are terrible, it's probably fantastic. I'm fascinated by this subject. I've seen the movies. I watched 2 seasons of the TV show, which I thought was excellent and was canceled far too early. Which was the first season was a quasi sequel to the movie. The second one kind of went off on its own direction, but it was great. Why do we keep coming back to these stories? And I think it's exactly what you said, Jeff. It's that this concept of good and evil, balance. And, I hate to be cynical, but look at the world around us. For the past 75 years, we're told that these kind of ideas are ancient and have no place in a modern world. Maybe they do. Maybe that's why we're in the situation we're in right now.
It's scary when you think about how I don't know if you want to use the word evil is taking over, but there is something dark around the corner. It is.
You always have to have a balance in life.
Yeah. I mean, it's exactly what George Lucas said. For the Sith and the Jedi, they balance each other out, and if one is taken down, the other takes over.
The one thing, if you sit back and look at the universe, it loves balance. There's a yin to every yang. There's a opposite reaction for every reaction. So why would good and evil be any different?
Yep.
And I agree with what you said, John. It's around the corner, but it's presenting as evil with the small e, when it's probably evil with a big E, just pretending to be a little evil. And politics aside, religious beliefs aside, there's definitely lines being drawn, and you kind of wonder, like, what is going on? Like, and societies change. They do. They evolve. It's part of nature. But like, I think the last 25 years, I've seen it changing at such a rapid, almost artificial rate. You have to wonder why. What's pushing this? It's almost like there is something going on, and we're kind of caught in the middle right now. But until we acknowledge that, yes, there's good and yes, there's bad, you can't have one without the other. You have to look evil in the eye and call it out. And I think that's ultimately what The Exorcist is about, is that, you want to talk about calling evil in the eye, you walk in there and you go head to head with that. I mean, it's, could you think of anything more frightening?